Episode 20. Here we are in Diana's Mind Palace, in the middle of an investigation. Kind of a weird thing I did, ending an episode in the middle of one of these and then starting it again, here in the Mind Palace, but I suppose I prefer this rather than going too far over on time. Especially because these whole things, well, they take quite a long time, don't they? With all the trial and error you have to do. Kind of part of the intentional game design. I think I actually like it, going back and forth trying different possibilities. Because in a way that's how a lot of people try to solve mysteries, right? They just look at what might be possible and then eliminate possibilities. This is a bit different from that because you don't know if the possibilities will work out until you play a card, because you don't know what a card will do until you use them. But it's fun just seeing how these cards work out, even if there's no clear rhyme or reason. You begin to understand the logic after time. Like how shoving with this closed door, just to put it on screen. I guess I actually have to do the whole arrival first. After the last episode, I did a little bit of investigation with this diorama. Thought it might make sense to solve the mystery before I actually begin the episode, but after a little while I decided it wasn't a good use of my time, and I'd rather just record the whole experience, the solving the puzzle, even if it takes a while, on camera. But what I did find was you're not necessarily just shoving the 4 people here. You could also, or rather, you are shoving the 4 people, but I thought it would be these 4. The candlestick, the vase, the altar, and the pew. And that this door would be the exit point for using the hide card with it, for the thief to get away. But apparently if you use the shove card with this, that appears to be the only way to attack the mayor, because the other 4 cards are the vase and the altar. Those only affect the fraud there, the chirp, what's his name? Fratricicio. So without this, what we just did, there's no other way to actually attack attack the mayor and check off everyone there was attacked in the top left. As for checking off the others, I have no idea what to do. Because when you shove anyone else, they just get back up again. This is the only way to decommission the mayor so that you don't get caught after the smoke disappears. And I guess in the end the hiding place could be behind the altar, since we shoved the mayor into here, but at this point I don't know how to actually make anyone else disappear from the scene, like we did with the mayor. This is why I was afraid to actually hit the record button without solving the mystery beforehand. It'll just be me flipping through cards a bunch, not solving anything. Guess I could just throw out some cards that I haven't tried in combination before. I did find that trying to hide in a place just doesn't work out, because the thief runs into a person or something. And obviously this doesn't help us shove everyone. We need everyone shoved. Or attacked or whatever. I'm pretty sure this hiding place will only be used at the beginning and the end. But if that's true, these only remaining options for shoving everyone, they just get back up again. I can't just keep trying the same things, so I can't actually back out of this, so I have to actually try the same thing again. Okay. Shove into the vase. There's a vase in the altar. And this can apply to Fratricicio, Oh, why did the smoke end so quickly? Normally it takes until turn 5. That was strange. Now I guess this is why the hint cards exist. This game might be a lot more intuitive or enjoyable if you just use the hint cards. But I think I'm okay. I don't particularly mind trial and error. What if we just do a shove at the beginning? Just to see what it looks like. Again, just to try different things with the pulpit. Obviously. Whoa, I could have just manually restarted. I have to go through Diana's failure cutscene. Sorry, Diana. She did say this one won't be easy. I thought the cellar one was pretty hard with the question mark. This one seems pretty straightforward on paper, but if everyone gets back up after they're shoved, and the smoke doesn't last consistently to turn 5, apparently, I don't know. Alright, again, just to try different things. We can do hiding space behind the altar, right? Because the altar, again, is something that can be used with the fraw to shove, and we can also shove the fraw into the vase. Which means that one of those things has to be used differently than shoving, because we don't just shove the fraw twice, that's a waste of a turn. So either we hide behind the altar in our escape route, or we hide behind the altar in our entry. We haven't tried this as entry, so let's try that. Don't behind the altar? Wait. I was thinking hid behind the altar. Oh wait, Well, it does seem to be a valid entry point, yeah. And when you enter, yeah, you knock things over. With a cool flip. Again, the pulpit seems like the most logical entry point to me, but this allows me now to see what happens if we try shoving into the pulpit, which makes absolutely no sense. But it might at least give us something... well, something. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay. But does that decommission him? Shove him into the door. This is more believable because he's such a small guy. And I don't know. Push him into the vase. And then he just gets back up again. The smoke lasted until now. All we've got left is... shoving Gordon. The only thing we can do is a pew. No one could push in that direction. Is what it says, but then we push someone in that direction. So if they're in the shadow box, that means they can't see the attacker clearly. That is informative, at least. And obviously the pulpit is a good vantage point. Wait, was there? Were there like different colors to those cards at the end screen? Maybe if I fail again, I'll just pay attention to that. So yeah, the pulpit has to be the entry point, I'm pretty sure. Or the exit point. We'll just start with it. But now that I'm doing this, I still don't know what else we can do that's new. We're definitely going to have to hide the mare inside the door. Oh, oops. I must have clicked on the wrong card. The only thing that I can think of is that somehow with shoving them in the correct order of operations, maybe they simply won't get up from their shadowy boxes or something. Can't see why that would be the case. Putting the mirror in the door seems like the good first one to do. Because that gives the others less time to get up after we shove them. If we shove them later in the timeline. I think Gordon gets up pretty fast. I don't think I've tried shoving Orlando first. Maybe he's old and has a bad leg or something and gets up slower. We could try it. Well, he gets up. And he's not actually in a shadowy box, so... That's actually a problem. It might not just be 4 shoves and then hiding place at beginning and end. There could be some way to use the hiding place card that I'm not familiar, not considering. When we shove Gordon, yeah, and then Orlando just comes back the very next turn after he's shoved. Is the same true for Gordon? Does he move back immediately? I know the fraud tends to get up really quickly. They might all get up the instant, the turn after they get shoved. Which is the exact problem that I'm having. Yeah. We only got the question mark the one time with Gordon after Gordon was attacked last. So looking at this screen, there. Okay, that's huge. I never noticed this before, but this is something that would have saved me a lot of time, and I'm disappointed that I didn't pay attention to this before. But on the right side, it tells you if you have the correct combination or something. I noticed that just barely, like after the last try, the last real try, where the 5th round was correct with Gordon being shoved into the bench. It was a green outline. So that's at least correct. And this also tells us that pushing the mare into the door is not the right move. Okay. Like this, we can at least whittle down the possibilities for each card combination in the right slot. I think that should be part of the tutorial. Telling the player that the correct card combinations are told to you at the end of the screen if you did that. Maybe other people would notice it more easily than I did. Of course, less stubborn players would not use, or would use a hint. So the big number 2. We don't put the mayor into the door on round 2, but he could still end up in the door. We know we can't shove Gordon. We can't shove the mayor right now. So what about we just try the Fraw? I can't imagine this is right because he just gets back up. And we'll try Orlando next just to see if him being shoved in turn 3 is correct. Yep, he comes back. And now let's shove the mayor into the door to see if him in turn 4 is correct. We already know that turn 5 Gordon is correct. Let's just fill that out, and we're going to fail this, but let's see how much of any of those other cards, if any, are correct. Yes, yes. This is the benefit of not manually reverting. Even if you have to wait through the cutscene, you get which cards were correct and which weren't. So the door on turn 4 wasn't correct. And actually, I don't know for sure that the green means they're correct. It just might mean not contradictory or not a waste of time. Because I could imagine that on turn 1, hiding behind the altar and hiding behind the door could also be a green outline, because they were technically possible paths to start on, or something. Maybe I try that one time real quick. I'll try to do it quickly though, I'd have to manually fail somehow. And behind the altar... Okay, fall into the vase on turn 2, is that correct? Is Mayor Malagamba into the door on turn 3 correct? We've already tried turn 2 and turn 4. We know turn 5 belongs to Gordon. So he must be turn 3, right? If this is indeed correct. I can't imagine anything else because nothing else interacts with the mayor. We already know this is wrong though. Maybe I should have tried Orlando on turn 2. Don't think I've tried that yet. Or have I? Whatever turn he gets shoved, he just gets back up though. Oh, did I not shove? Oops. Well, we already know he's shoved it behind the P on turn 5, so... Okay, so is this also a green outline for turn 1? Okay, good. Good. That's helpful. Yeah, so... there is no green outline for behind the altar, so even though that is like a programmed possibility with the thief doing a sweet flip and entering, it's not a green outline, so we do start from the... whatever that thing is called. I'm forgetting already. And more importantly, we got green cards for shoved into the vase on turn 2, and pushed into the candelabra on turn 4. So that's already 4 cards we have correctly. Let's just start with that. Wait, I'm already seeing a problem with that. The pulpit, that's what it's called. So base was turn 2. Right? I'm not forgetting, right? Even though he gets back up immediately, he's shoved on turn 2. Now here comes the problem. The mayor isn't shoved on turn 3. That wasn't a green card. And we know Orlando is turn 4, and Gordon is turn 5, so... Can we shove the mayor over the altar? I thought the altar might be the escape route, but if we could shove... This has to be the frog, right? There's no way we can shove anyone else? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, well, let's just get the other cards right just to be sure that I have this right. Candlestick. And the pew. Sometimes I feel like I make this game a lot harder for myself than it should be. Like maybe other people just solve these mysteries a lot quicker than I do. But I don't know, it just seems like this is the way to do it, the trial and error, now that I know the green cards and all that. But yeah, those 4 cards are correct. So in turn 3 it has to either be the altar or the door. We know it's not shove into the door. And we can't hide in the door because then the thief would just get caught on Malagamba because he's standing in front of the door. So if all those other cards that are green have to be true, let's just set up that thing. The reality that Diana deems has to be true. Shove into the vase. So here's the thing. The pew and Gordon are turn 5. The candelabra, or candlestick, whatever, is turn 4. These only, the door and the altar, as the cause cards. We can't shove into the door, even though that seems to make sense to me, because that wasn't a green outline. Can't shove into the altar as we just tried. So does that mean we hide? We can't hide behind the door because the mayor's in the way. And we could technically hide behind the altar because the fraud is out of the way. But how does that give us anything? Jumped behind the altar. Oh. new possibility has opened up. So those green cards, they're still green with the right combination. It'll just be a different possibility. It didn't necessarily mean that what happened on screen in the diorama was true. It just means it was the right cards in the right timing, with the right combination. But it'll be an entirely new set of events happening right now. So that's all that happened. The thief threw a smoke bomb, only shoved the Fra, and then jumped behind the altar, because that's when the thief stole the rosary. That's it. And that makes sense, because why shove everyone? That doesn't make any sense. But now, the only remaining truce does. They just shoved each other. In all of that confusion. So next in turn 4 was a candlestick. And it was a mare. And being shoved into the pew. Well, it doesn't really matter who did it. The thief is off the crime scene. It could have been anyone, but I guess Diana thinks it was the Fra that did it. Yeah, just bumping into everyone. And Gordon leaves last. Without his glasses, Gordon can't see well. Huh. One last card. Well, we know we don't shove him into the door. I would have thought they stayed hidden behind the altar, maybe. That would make sense to me. I didn't notice his glasses, like, modeled there on the floor. That's a nice detail. And again, the chrono lens doesn't show anything, like, it's not an X-ray chrono lens. So we would have seen the thief behind the door, if it was actually showing us reality. They're still in the building. Wait a minute. If I'm right, the attacker is still in the church. Yeah, they wouldn't be still behind the altar because we already checked there. That makes sense. Okay, that cutscene doesn't really make sense with the context of what just happened, but maybe it's just like one of those development things, where the mystery of the church was developed on one end or at one point in time, and the cutscene was developed separately and they couldn't change either. In any case, we could just try to stitch it ourselves. Let's play that game. Let's say Diana realized that the attacker was still behind the door. She turned around to pretend to leave, to make the thief walk out, and then she turned back into the church immediately. And that's when that cutscene played out. It was all just Diana luring the thief out, without confronting her. Yeah, that's my best explanation. It doesn't really matter. Signorina Diana, are you alright? Did you find anything? Yes. The attacker was still in the church. Thankfully, they didn't seem to take any notice of me. What are you talking about, Diana? You were staring straight at her, and she was staring straight at you. This is either another one of those things, or we can just pretend that Diana is lying, just to cover up some information for some reason. Maybe to fool your enemies first fool your allies? I don't know. Again, we just have to pretend sometimes to cover up these little gaps. The thief. A figure shrouded in mystery, as well as a mask and a skirt. They're responsible for the thefts in Borgia Marina. No one knows who they are or why they're doing it. She just stared at me before dropping this. What looked like a photo of the four of you. Okay, wait. You just said she didn't take any notice of me, and then you said she stared at you. Oh wait, maybe if I didn't seem to take any notice, that just means she didn't care that Diana was there. That could be it. You took a big risk, miss. I knew it wasn't a good idea. An idea that is not dangerous is not worthy of being called as such. It seems our risk paid off. I usually agree with you, but... Hey, there's something written on the back. Dead or alive, it makes no difference. We're all prisoners of your errors. Yeah, I had a feeling. I had a feeling the thief would have something to do with this whole... the town. The magic town. The stand. That's keeping everyone prisoner. And nobody seems to notice it but Diana. Well, actually, I guess more than Diana. How much people in the village know that the village is keeping everyone prisoner? Some of the people that we talked to played it off, I guess. Or maybe genuinely didn't know. But these guys that I'm talking to, they're suspicious to me, all of them. For meeting in the middle of the night here. I feel like they know something, and that's probably what they're going to talk about right now. It's not possible. It's really her. Moira's back. Moira? Who is she? From the looks of it, it seems clear to me that we all need to get some rest. If the mayor agrees, I think we should postpone this discussion until tomorrow. Okay, never mind, they're not going to get into it. All suspicious, all of you. I think that's a good idea. Miss, come and see me in my office tomorrow morning, and we can talk about all this properly. Alright. This tiring day is starting to catch up with me anyway. I guess this is still the same day where the shooting at Fort Esterin happened, so... Jeez. Get some good rest, everyone. And you take care of yourself, Friar. You're shaking. I feel like they just said that so that the Friar wouldn't keep on talking about Moira. They're definitely in cahoots. I mean, that's obviously why they were all in the same place at the same dead of night time. Are they the Illuminati or something? Look at the stars for me. Oh, Giga update. They added in that in the background. The little light from the lighthouse. It's not a very good lighthouse if it doesn't do that, does it? So I'm glad they added that in. That would be... what's his name again? Giorgio Taro. The JoJo reference man. Literally, Joe Taro. Giorgio Taro. Anyway. Look for a star. No shooting stars. Maybe I'll get lucky next time. Really? We only got that one time. I feel like we should be getting another chance by now. To see all of those other cards we haven't done yet. Alright. Guess we're going to sleep. Any coins? I guess that means there's no coins. I should really decorate around here more. Maybe I'll get some money from the gelateria off screen and, I don't know, buy a bunch of swag. My bed. Decisions. Sleep, Diana. Santa Madre. I just want to collapse onto the bed. In your face, vacation. Deaths, shootings, and thieves. Smoke bombs. It's like I'm in a Chupin the Third movie. Lupin the Third. And the funny thing is, I'm also having fun. How long has it been since I felt like this? Well, I'm glad you're having fun, Diana. So am I. I slept like a log. I'd better have breakfast before going to town hall to talk with the mayor. Yeah. Tell me all about everything. Everyone here on the card. And I guess we're missing Orlando, but he's already someone we talked a lot to, so I guess that's just implied. So many questions. Questions make me hungry, and I am ready to chow down on answers. Detective Diana, on the job. I might go and see what inventions Chia blew up today. Cool. Out and about with Chia. So it seems like, just like with Pawn, we have a yellow icon required hangout with Chia, which I think is required. I'm pretty sure the whole Pawn thing was required. Maybe the only thing to progress the plot was just to go to the farm, and I just did Pawn before that. I'm just going to assume the yellow icon means required. I want to spend some time with Chia. There are tons of things we could do together. I hope Pawn isn't busy with work today. And there it is. Our 3 heart with Pawn. Does this go up to 5 hearts? Only one way to find out. Out and about with Pawn. I want to spend some more time with Pawn. There are tons of things we could do together. Calm down, Diana. You're gonna do this all in one day? Based on everything you did yesterday, I'm sure you can do it, but it's giving me a headache just thinking about doing all of those things in one day. I can barely get out of bed in the morning myself. I should learn from you. Breakfast, right? Diana! Food is ready, sleepyhead. I tend to sleep in on vacation. Diana dear, I heard you came back late yesterday. Did you have fun? What kind of fun are you talking about, Gemma? Well, I mean, yeah, but the evening took a wild turn. How steamy, Diana. Don't say that in front of the kids at dinner, or at breakfast. Okay, we're dropping it now. There was an assault in church last night. Thankfully no one got hurt. Oh my gosh, what are you saying? What a camera angle. On the knives. The thief attacked Orlando and the others and left a message. As if they wanted to threaten them. I'll try to figure out with those directly involved. Starting with Malagamba. The mayor will help you out. He's in charge for a reason. What a mess. One starts a family in Borgia Marina because it's a calm place. And now this happens. Maybe some find it too quiet? You too now? I mean, it looks like the thief feels caged. And leaving the town isn't easy right now. I can't justify them, but I can't help but think about their true reasons. Maybe, but I still think they're no good. For now, just limit yourself to choosing which jam you want on your bread, Diana. A nice breakfast can help you think. Can't argue with that. Is there peach jam? Sure, here you go, dear. And behave. Behave? What are you, our mom? Anything new? Ellipses. Giving me nothing. I'm going to assume that means no event dialogue for what just happened. Let's go talk to the mayor. I think quickest would be... Well, this would be less loading screens through the bottom. I think they improved that just now. The camera when you exit a door. Did it used to be like just like this when you exited a door? I don't know. I guess I could check my old footage. Lots of updates in the Giga update. You. Can we talk? Oh, the camera has to be pointed at them. Okay. Can't have the cinematic camera. Can I solve this? It gets named after its horned friend. Taurus. This must be it. In the Wheel of the Zodiac, it always comes after Aries. Wait, what? Oh, named after. I just thought it meant, like the Taurus constellation is named after, well, bulls, Taurus, whatever. Like, literally. I guess that doesn't really make much of a riddle, does it? But what Diana is saying is that the horned friend is Aries, and it's named after that. Like, it comes sequentially after. Okay, well, it was still the answer. Let's just say I knew. Diana doesn't know. She doesn't know how stupid I am. She just knows that I picked the right card. Praise be to you. The sun shines today as well. Yeah, you want to talk about it? There are so many things to do, and my bad back does everything it can to make everything difficult for me. I don't know, you seem to get up pretty instantly whenever you were shoved in that last diorama. I really had a hard time with it. I really thought the solution was going to be time it so that everyone gets up in sequence, like really slowly or something. But no, it wasn't that simple. He's standing really still. Like Diana still has an idle animation, but... Well, I guess he's like a possum, right? He's very, very good at standing still, playing dead. Like a statue, this guy. God bless you. Okay, that's definitely new. Pretty sure the door didn't open with you with the camera facing that way before. Alright, Mayor. What have you got for me?
Hey.
How can I help you? No. How can you help me? That's what he said. Hello, Signor Malagamba. Here I am. Signorina Diana, good morning. Please take a seat. If only there was a seat for us to take. There's only his chair, and there's no sitting animation either. Well, there is a sitting... We could have this conversation talking. We have seen that, like, in-game. We just had breakfast where we did that, so... Anyway. I thought about this a lot. I practically didn't sleep a wink last night. What happened yesterday was unprecedented. That is why I intend to appoint you official case investigator. Really? Is Tonu gonna like that? I already know the answer is no, he's not gonna like it. And I'm happy. If you feel up to it, that is. I can't force you to do the job, but the whole community would be immensely grateful. Sure, no pressure at all. Come on, Diana. This is what you want, right? Okay. I've been involved in this since the night I arrived. But I need to know more. Why were you all at the church last night? Thank you, Diana. You're finally asking it. I guess I should just have patience, right? Just like with Gordon, where he seems to be involved with something. Even though we don't know why he did the shooting, I'm pretty sure the fact that he's still involved in the story means that we're gonna get answers, so it just means that any questions I'm going to have, it's going to get around to eventually, probably. Why would the thief attack you? And why was Fra Basilio so upset? Legitimate questions, and I expected nothing less from our detective. In Borgia Marina, unfortunately, we must all live with something that causes us deep shame. Okay. I didn't think we'd get into it, but we're getting into it. Wow. The conspiracy. As mayor, it weighs heavy on my heart, like a stone. Years ago, a terrible fire broke out in a villa not far from the village. Had it only damaged the structure, it wouldn't have been that bad. But on that unfortunate night, one of our citizens lost their life, and another was never seen again. A young girl disappeared into thin air, as if the fire wasn't enough. We never found out what happened. Really? You mean, in the fire? No, the two events aren't connected. Apparently. However, they did occur on the same evening, on the evening of the patron saint's festival. Excuse the silly question, but what exactly happens on the patron saint's festival? It is a celebration in honor of the patron saint of Borgia Marina, Santa Margherita. Then you should have named the town Margaritaville. Well, it's a sort of village festival, but bigger, you know? The village is all festively decked out. Medeo sells gelato in the old town square. Mama Lucia cooks a special menu. But enough of this, let's get back to the question of the attack on the church. As for our meeting, we were just trying to find a solution to this thieving problem. Okay, I thought this deep shame thing was going to be with the magic of the town. We're not getting into that yet. No one is going to tell us about the magic until we get far into the game, I assume. No one imagined we would be attacked, especially in the church. I think Fra Basilio got a bit carried away, which is why he was so nervous. I suggest you talk to those directly involved. I'm sure they can give you more information on the matter. I'd like to ask you another favor, if you don't mind. Tell me, if you speak to Gordon, could you tell him that, well, his rifle disappeared. Okay. It's coming back into play, huh? Disappeared? Regrettable, I know, but I can't explain it. All I know is the other day, it was safe in the municipal depot, and now it's gone. Luckily, it doesn't have any ammo, but I'm still concerned. I bet Gordon won't like that. Yeah, I don't like it either, Diana. It just means there's a gun out there. Even if there's no ammo, it's just in play. There is a gun in play. Someone has that card, and it's not you. I know. And that's why you're making me tell him, right? Okay, I get it. Is there anything else I should know? Anything could be of use. You could talk to Maraciolo Gattoni. He was the investigating officer at the time. Great. I think I'll get going now. I definitely do have a lot of questions to ask. Just to be sure. Okay. So yeah. A lot of things to do. Oh, right, the photo too. Yeah, that's definitely new. Don't even have to check my old footage to know that. Right, there we go. Oh yeah, and also in the Giga update, kind of hard to say, Giga update. I guess not that hard, I just stutter. Also new to the Giga update, you can do this. Wait. Can you do this? It's not working. You can see it in the lower left. You can press the right bumper to bring up this. But Doesn't seem to be working. Maybe it's like a console thing. I still need to like fix the binding on console or something, I don't know. In any case, I can't seem to bring it up. Well, you're supposed to be able to, so I just assume by the time this video gets out there, whenever that is, they'll recognize this bug and fix it. Or not. It doesn't really matter. It is just a nice thing that I commented on in a previous episode, so glad they are adding it in. So yeah, we got Tanu, Fra Rosilio, Gordon, and Orlando. Do actually have to go boating out of Fort Esterine, which is a bit annoying, but it just means another chance to ride the boat. I guess I do like that. We'll start with the Fra. Is that like proper grammar, saying the Fra, like the priest? It might not be. Praise be to you, the sun shines today as well. Wait, what? We already got that. Wait. That's a different Fra. Fra Rosilio, okay. Not Tarcisio. Right, we haven't met Fra Rosilio yet. He's like the last part of the few people of the church that I know of, the other two being these two nuns in these doors. I don't think I've heard any other names connected to the church. And here we go. Cinematic cam, if you would. Just, like this, please. We stand on the left and... No, wait. There we go. Damn. Just wanted to keep it focused on the back over there while Diana walks this way, kind of off to the left side of the screen. Unfortunately, she recenters, so no way to control that. Oh well. I can do this, though. Not exactly thumbnail material. Would have liked it better if the camera was behind the desk, or behind the pew, facing the front. Yeah, that would have been a good thumbnail, I think. Well, I can still take them manually. So yeah, the other Fra, lo and behold, is also a possum. I guess that's easy to model. Or easy on modeling. Wait. Oh. I guess we already did meet Fra Rosilio. He was the one from last night. I just thought he was Fra Tarcisio. Was that Tarcisio or Rosilio? I don't actually remember. I was working with his piece on the diorama for so long I didn't even realize who it was. Okay. No temptation has overtaken you except that which is common to mankind. He seems rather wrapped up in his sermon. And God is faithful, but when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out, so that you can endure it. Very concentrated. I can do better than that. Come on, Rosilio. Concentrate. Yeah, very different disposition to Tarcisio. I just thought Tarcisio was angry after last night and maybe he was, I don't know, feeling better now that it's a new day. But I see now, two very different priests. Would we have gotten this card if we talked to him yesterday? I'm pretty sure we did talk to him yesterday, so I just assume we didn't get his card, because it was a story event. Fra Rosilio, Borgio Marina's zealous priest. He compensates for his complete short-sightedness with sermons and occasional sprinklings of holy water. Well, listen first. For the wages of sin is dead. He seems rather wrapped up in his sermon. But the gift of God is eternal life, in Christ Jesus our Lord. Okay, Jesus is real in this game. So like all of these people here are just fitting into Christianity or something. The crucifix could just be like a co-opted thing for the sake of, I don't know, having a religion in a game without necessarily being tied to real-life Christianity. But here they are confirming that they are tying to Christianity. And this also confirms Furry Jesus is real in this universe. Which animal, though? How furry? Very concentrated. Anything else? Wow, he's got more. Verily I say unto you, every sin and blasphemy of the God, of the good people of Piopel, of Borgia Marina shall be pardoned. Another sermon? I wonder where this one is going. A blasphemy against the Spirit shall never be pardoned. If everyone was this zealous, the world would be a very different place for sure. Well, let's hear more. We'll talk to him after he's done. Okay, same one. Furry Jesus. Might be like a random ABC thing. There's B. If this goes back to A, it might not be a random ABC thing. Yeah. Okay. Let's interrupt. Bless every day on this God's earth, for any of these days could be the last. Was that to me or just like to the one other guy? Why is that guy here? Is he just like listening to the practice sermon, or is this a real sermon and he's the only guy that attended? Well, good to know that this church isn't just for the nuns and the priests. It's at least for one other guy. That guy. Good morning, Fra Basilio. Can I grab you for a minute? If you're here to talk about my moment of weakness of the other day, I won't waste anyone's time. Okay, it was him yesterday. I figured, but confirmation. Thank you for your concern, but I really have no need. He's a lot more defensive than I expected him to be. I'm here on behalf of the mayor, investigating the matter of the fire at the villa. On behalf of the mayor, you say? And why exactly are you interested in that burned-up villa? I have my reasons. So, can I ask you a few questions? Go ahead. It looks like you're the prying kind. Oh, one of these. Great. I didn't think we'd get into one of these at the very end of the episode. My timing is terrible. Well, this one doesn't seem too complicated. If I remember, we don't have like any empathy or whatever cards. All we have are facts or whatever. That thief is trying to intimidate us, but they won't break my spirit. And again, which ones are these? Purple or statement. Those are sometimes cards, but right, facts are... no, wait. Which ones are the facts? I guess I can just intuit it. Yeah, these are facts. Who is Mora? That thief is trying to intimidate us, but they won't break my spirit. That is his statement. Ah, well, here we go. I'm glad you know your 10 commandments, Diana. I don't. Lord, give me patience. That wasn't it, huh? Isn't this one like don't lie? Oh wait, that has nothing to do with lying. I just assumed it was lying, but that's not it yet. The thief is trying to intimidate us, but they won't break my spirit. Let's try... I don't think we're trying to contradict here, but... these two seem to match. His superstition, maybe? In the church, of all places. Who would dare violate a sacred place? A servant of the devil. Didn't quite catch all of that. Okay, now we've got this. And it takes 2. It's actually getting more complicated. It's just, I can't believe it's really her. I mean, it's impossible. These seem to go together. Right? I'm nervous because they violated the Lord's dwelling place. I don't think they're upset with me. Well, they stole your rosary. Are you lying? This is what I think right now. So let's try this first. Damn. Okay, that's wrong. So maybe this is wrong too. Wait, where'd that card go? Why's it gone? Wait. It advanced it, but it gave me a new card? Well, don't lie to me. Not everything can be revealed, Signorina Caproni. Do not harass a humble servant of the Lord. Alright, now I'm confused. I think we bugged it out. Because we're missing a card now. Oh no, wait, this is just 2 uses on the card, so it doesn't mean we attach 2 to it. So yeah. Not upset with me, they stole your rosary. No, wait. It's the other way around. We get 2 uses of the fact, and this does require 2. Fra Rosilio knows more than he's letting on, but is bound by the seal of confession. So here we go. You do not understand. What torments us is a furious ghost. Don't investigate any further for heaven's sake. Okay, somehow, even though we somehow skipped a thing by getting the wrong answer and getting a strike, and still getting the right card, I don't know how that works. We still ended up with the 2 final cards. He knows more than he's letting on, but bound by the seal of confession. Tell us the truth. He thinks Moira is a spirit that has come back to get revenge for something. It at least worked out without us failing. Who is this Moira? Interrogating Fra Rosilio. There's nothing I can do. Fra Rosilio is still hiding something, but there's no way to make him talk. What happened to Moira back then? That's what we just did, but we made him talk. Dear Heavenly Father, give me the patience. Curiosity is a virtue you must cultivate carefully, or you run the risk of uncovering painful truths. If I mentioned Moira that the other night, I had my reasons. One of my duties is to absolve people of their burdens, of the burdens on their souls. My bitter regret, there are unfortunately those among us who have had to carry an immeasurable burden. A burden that, still now, breaks my heart. That guilt belongs to me and me alone, but I shall keep the secret of confession, even if it rains sulfur and ash. Okay, so even if he can't lie to us, he will keep the secret of confession, as priests do. I don't think I'm getting it. You don't think you are? Or you don't want to? Please let me pray now. I've already said too much. What really happened to Moira? What is burdening this town? It is really true that we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. The town's a mystery, and you're going to solve it, Diana. One step at a time. That's not the camera. Oh, there we go. Something like... I'm really wasting time here. It'd be great if I could get an angle like this, but the pew is in the way. Yeah. Good enough, maybe? Maybe too high? That's about right. Alright. I guess I already went over on time during the whole interrogation with Fra Rosilio, so I guess I don't mind spending extra time getting the perfect camera angle to end the episode. And I got it. Now would be a good time to take a break.